Good morning, girls. Am I
Good morning,
audible?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In the last class, we started with the last topic, that is industrial sickness and remedial measures. So, we covered the concept. Today, we will study the causes. Factors causing industrial sickness can broadly be divided into two main categories. First is internal causes, the second one is external causes. Okay. Internal causes are the factors which are within the control of the management of a unit. Okay, so as in the case of you may have studied the business environment, so there are two types of environment, or the environment is divided into two parts, that is internal environment and external environment, or internal factors and external factors. So similarly here also these factors affect the sickness of the unit. So internal refers to those factors which can be controlled by the management. The external are the factors which affect industrial group as a whole, and on these the industrial unit has no direct control. Efforts have been made to unearth various factors responsible for causing industrial sickness in the country. Of the various factors, the significancy of quote are mismanagement or inefficient management, non-availability of quality raw material at right price and right time, power shortage, defective planning at initial stages, lack of marketing expertise, etc. Okay, so these are some of the factors that are included in or that cause the problems of sickness in a unit. Besides, there are other factors which are equally responsible for industrial sickness. Now, these may be as wrong industrial location, improper estimation of capital cost, delays in cost escalation, improper formation of inventory needs, marketing of finished goods at lower credit terms, labor unrest, poor maintenance of plant and machinery, higher overheads expenses, demand recession, lack of research and development, inadequate investment for modernization and renovation, and procedure delays in sanction loans by commercial banks and other financial agencies. Okay, so these are all the broad category of reasons or causes that can cause industrial sickness. Okay. Next we come to the revival measures, or till now we saw how industries can get sick, the reasons, but we also need to know how we can overcome this sickness. Okay, so what are the revival measures? Sickness in small scale industries not conform to a particular product, state or region. It is more or less uniformly spread over all states and regions, and thus a national problem. Process of solution to this problem involves a two-step process. Now, sickness, as here it is mentioned, it is not specific or it is not confined to any particular type of product, type of industry, type of region or state. Sickness can be found in any type of industry or any type of unit. So there are two steps in solving this problem. Identify the sickness. Firstly, we need to know, like when you go to the doctor, if you're not feeling well, what does the doctor immediately start giving you medicines? Without asking anything, what is wrong, what is the problem? Does any doctor do that?
No, ma'am.
So similarly here also, we firstly need to know what the problem is, what is the issue that the unit is facing. Okay, so identifying the sickness in a unit as early as possible to analyze and diagnose its causes. Okay, so we need to identify the sickness, what type of problem is there, as soon as possible, and then analyze or study the causes of that problem. Then nurse the unit immediately with appropriate remedial measures with a view so nurse the unit immediately with appropriate remedial measures. Now nursing the unit means give, just like if somebody gets hurt, we give first aid, or when somebody is admitted to the hospital, the first thing or the first person to come and see the patient is the nurse, so that she or he can judge the damage and provide the essential first step. Appropriate remedial measures with a view to turn around the sick unit into an economically viable one. So economically viable unit means one which has proper earning capacity. Okay, then turnaround here means a substantial and sustained positive change in the performance of the business entity. Okay, so we try to turn around the sickness of the unit and make it profitable again. And turning around refers to creating a positive change. A substantial and sustained positive change means a change which can be noticed, okay, which is on a bigger scale, and sustained means which can be held on to for a long time, so that the change can affect the performance of the business. Then commercial banks and financial institutions can detect the symptoms of sickness through periodical progress reports, including financial statements. So once, just like a doctor gives you medicine, once they judge what problem is there, what are the causes of your sickness or problem, they give you medicine and then recommend you to take the medicine and come back after say 10 days or 5 days or 2 weeks. Okay, so that they can judge your progress. Okay, detect the symptoms of sickness, have they subsided or has it changed. Okay, so periodical progress reports, including financial statements, stock statements and returns under periodical information system, plant visits, personal discussions, reports from nominee directors, etc. Okay, so these are the things which help you in judging the performance of a business unit. Then guidelines have been issued by RBI so that banks can analyze and interpret the information received from assisted unit and test check their health. So guidelines have been issued by the RBI. So in case of sickness, RBI also recognizes that there can be possible situations where a business unit can fall sick. Okay, and to overcome with that, the RBI has also issued some kind guidelines which can be followed in order to recover from them. The banks can analyze and interpret the information received from assisted units and test check their health. Similarly, the establishment of management information system within the industrial unit will help its management to detect the symptoms of the sickness and forward it to adopt remedial measures. So just like we are studying in the other topic or the other subject, MIS, the importance or the applicability is mentioned here. Okay, so if we have an MIS system established and running in an organization, it is easier for the management to understand the health of the business, what is going on, where is there some discrepancy, if there is some wastage going on, if there are symptoms of industrial sickness that are arising in the business. Okay, then I hope this is clear to everyone. Is there any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. A number of development institutions have been set up to support entrepreneurs with a view to prevent sickness, particularly in small scale industries. Some of the institutions have been set up to support entrepreneurs. Some of the institutions assisting entrepreneurs include, now these are institutions or organizations that have been set up with the view to help sick units or entrepreneurs, okay, or small scale industries. So what are they? District Industry Center. Now these examples we have already covered in the previous topics. Okay, so DIC, which is District Industry Center, we have one here in Jabalpur as well. So as the name suggests, District Industry Center, every district has one. Then, and industrial estates. So industrial estates also have explained you that these are areas that the government develops and provides proper industrial infrastructure there, so that most of the industries can be set up in those areas. Then small industries development organization, that is SIDO, small scale industries service institution, SISI. Then small industries development corporation, SIDCO, entrepreneur guidance bureau, EGB, National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs, National Productivity Council, and venture capital funds. Now venture capital funds, what are venture capital funds? These funds are provided by venture capitalists. Now who are venture capitalists? Venture capitalists can be any person who possesses the required resources, mostly financial resources, for doing a business or for investing in a business, and they are ready to finance or help or provide those financial resources to any potential entrepreneur. Okay, so they are known as venture capitalists. In addition, all and here venture capitalist reminds me of an example here. There is a show on TV. I don't know if I have mentioned this in your class, but I've mentioned in other classes that I'm teaching. So there's a program of a TV show that comes on Colors Infinity channel. Okay, it's not Indian. It is a reality show in which a lot of entrepreneurs come and pitch their ideas. Pitching their ideas means they give a presentation about what business they are doing or planning to do, and there is a panel of judges that are sitting, and the panel includes big huge industrialists who have already established and have done very well in the business world, and they hear their ideas, they hear their presentations, and if they feel that there is potential in this business, they provide them money to do the business, okay, in return for a small share in their equity. Okay, so the name of the show is Shark Tank. You all should definitely watch this. It's very interesting. Initially there may be possibilities that you may not understand firstly what they are talking about, but if you try and listen very carefully and see the way these people present these business ideas and what they are talking about, you will be able to relate those things with whatever we have studied in this subject. Okay, so please do watch this show. The name is Shark Tank. I think in the evening sometimes it comes. Okay, you can also search on YouTube. You'll find clips there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then, in addition, all India financial institutions like IDBI, IFCI, ICICI have promoted a number of technical consultants organization to assist small entrepreneurs in different ways. Recently, the Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDBI. Now, SIDBI is a very important institution from the point of view of business development. SIDBI has been providing financial and technical and other supports to small businesses. It was established with the aim of helping small organizations. As the name suggests, Small Industries Development Bank of India has been set up to help small scale units. To sum up, the incidence of industrial sickness in general and in small industrial units in particular can be reduced if all the concerns, that is owners, bankers, laborers, management, financial institutions, government, etc., make a concerted effort to study the causes of and cures through their temporary sacrifice with a sense of dedication and belongingness. Okay, so all the sickness, every kind of sickness in industries can be solved, it can be recovered, but all the entities that are involved in the business, all the parties that are involved in the business or have an interest in the business need to work together in order to recover the business. Okay, merely investing more money does not help the business. Efforts also have to be made. Okay, so this brings us to the end of entrepreneurship development syllabus. Okay, I want you all to go through the entire thing. Okay, just have a run through the entire presentation. Okay, and see what are the topics that you feel need refreshing, because from tomorrow onwards, means from next Monday, we'll be doing the revision. Okay, so please try to find out what are the topics that you have problems in, so that we can revise it. Okay, understood everyone?
Okay, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow with MIS. Okay, sure. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.